know, I get a lot of people asking me, how do you fly to Europe? How do you fly to Italy? What are the current coronavirus rules? Look, those people are traveling, everyone's happy. Today I'm traveling from Brussels to my home in Florence. I'm gonna give you an idea of what you need. First, obviously, you're gonna need a passport, you're gonna need a flight ticket. Today I have a layover in Vienna on my way from Brussels to Florence. And then you're gonna need a vaccine or a negative coronavirus test. Now in Europe, after you've been vaccinated, you get a nifty QR code, this green pass, EU digital COVID certificate. This thing gets you everywhere you need to go in Europe. It's simple. You have a QR code there. When you pass through a border check at the airport, they scan the QR code and you're good to go. It shows when you had your last vaccination. And they're calling me now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask all our guests to remain seated. Some medical doctors will come to the aircraft and later on we will proceed with our flight to Vienna. Thank you.
The problem is now that we are not in a regular flight anymore, so we have to wait for the clearance from Vienna, but they are informed about your flight as well, okay? But I can promise you anything or nothing. We just had to do our job and it was a very bad situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, again your captain speaking, just trying to fuel the aircraft for our onward flight to Vienna. Again, apologize for your inconvenience. Thank you for your patience.
We continue our flight to Vienna. We kindly ask you to fasten the seatbelts again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vienna.
I'm not going to make this connecting flight. For Florence? Yeah, you're gonna go with me. Okay, good news. This guy's gonna drive me to my flight. I've made it. I'm gonna get on that flight to Florence. After that medical emergency, we had to stop there in the end for like 30 minutes. Now we're onwards. This guy is my savior. He's gonna get me home to Florence. We've made it. There it is. The Vienna-Florence flight. We're on this thing. We're going. Remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. If you're coming from outside of Europe, you're going to need more than just a proof of vaccine. I know my friends coming from the United States had to show proof of a negative coronavirus test from 72 hours up to 24 hours before they boarded the flight. So it varies from what country you're coming from. If you're flying into Europe or you're flying into Italy. My suggestion is check the airline you're flying with for the rules, or the country's health website which you're flying to, and they'll have all the updates on all the requirements. And it's that simple. The countries, they want the tourism in Europe, so they welcome you with open arms, but you just gotta make sure you follow the steps.
The guests that are welcome to Florence. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. Thank you for choosing Austrian Airlines for this journey.
Now the good news is that once you're in Europe, you're free to roam from country to country. Most borders, when you're crossing them on a car, on a train, they don't do checks for coronavirus test or the vaccine. Now I made some other videos about train travel across Europe in coronavirus time, so check that link out down in the description below. I also made a video about driving and flying within Europe during the COVID times, so check out that link as well. And I just made an overall video about traveling in Europe during coronavirus time, so the link's down there for that one as well. Now, just gotta get my bag. Hopefully I made it from that fast Vienna connection. I gotta go look for it now. So just an update on the situation. My bag is lost. I think it's still up there in Vienna. Hopefully they'll bring it to me at home here in a couple days, but that's some of the pains of traveling. Just gonna get through it, filling out the lost luggage form, and I should, fingers crossed, be on my way. My bag has been lost, but at least I got here to Florence, made it through everything. In fact, they didn't even check my QR code or proof of vaccination. So there you go. Sometimes you don't even need it, but of course you always have to have it. And good news, complete sunny day in Florence. Look at this, I made it to the center of Florence. Amazing and so happy to be here. I'm without my luggage, but they promised they're gonna deliver it to me tomorrow. Now, traveling in the times of coronavirus, it's definitely harder and there's more hurdles involved. If you approach it with the right attitude and that adventure spirit, it's definitely worth it.